Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today I wanted to go over the version 2.4 reveal for our very first 5-star of that update. And before we get into today's video, let me know what upcoming character you're the most excited for that has been shown off so far. Lastly, if you guys do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe and also hit the like button to support the video. And now let's get straight into it. The character that was revealed to be our very first 5-star of version 2.4 will be Yunli. Hopefully I said that correctly. I'm not actually too sure how to say it, but let me know if there's a proper way to say her name. But I really wanted to first off talk about her design. I personally think she looks really cute, and I'm a huge fan of all the swords around her and also the flames. And I also really like the cute headpiece she has on, and I wonder what sort of attacks she will have when it comes to like her animations. Her description mentions that she's a sword hunter, so I feel like personally that she will end up using a bunch of swords in battle. As for her outfit though, the color scheme in my opinion really suits her character design, so I'm a huge fan there, but the genuine question is, where are her shoes? She's hunting swords and she has no shoes on, and I know the amount of pebbles she has to go through must honestly hurt. But at this point, I feel like her and Clara are at the point where even if they step on a Lego, I feel like they're just not going to be able to feel it. I do think it's funny though that our two physical destruction characters ended up just having no shoes at all. Also, for a fun fact, she was actually also mentioned in a previous event, as Jingyuan believes her and Yang Cheng would more than likely hit it off, which is honestly just pretty cute. Aside from that though, I wanted to go over her element and path in particular when it comes to pros and cons. Since Yunli is a physical destruction character, this allows everyone now, especially newer players, to have another physical DPS option that they can consider picking up, since not everyone has Clara since she is a standard character. So unless you've gotten her through pulling or you picked her from the 300 selector on the standard banner, then you won't end up having her. And if you didn't pull for Argenti or Boot Hill, then you may honestly be in need of a physical DPS. I would also definitely keep my eye out for what she could do potentially kit-wise, as a lot of our destruction class characters have interesting mechanics when it comes to what their skill kit can entail. Blade is able to drain his own health and unleash follow-up attacks. Clara has frequent follow-up attacks and enhanced follow-ups from her ultimate. Liu has her enhanced state where she drains the HP of the team and unleashes a bunch of damage. Honkai uses skill points to further enhance his basic attack damage potential, and so on. I thought I'd also bring up the fact that two of our best damage dealers in the game are also part of the destruction path, being Honkai and Liu. And I feel like Firefly will definitely be no exception to having unique mechanics as well as great damage potential herself. So I definitely say to keep an eye out when it comes to Yunli if you are missing a physical DPS character on your account. Now, if you're not really lacking those physical DPSs though, as I've mentioned Argenti and Boot Hill already, being our limited physical DPS characters, then your need for Yunli likely won't be as high if we go with the assumption that she's another destruction class character that focuses on damage potential with her skill kit and not providing other benefits such as buffing allies' damage potential alongside her own. And what I mean by this is a case of, for example, Topaz and Numby. Topaz is part of the hunt path, and she also has Proof of Debt. Proof of Debt allows Topaz to benefit her own damage potential, but also any follow-up attacks from team members as well. So if Yunli ended up having some sort of buffing or debuffing addition, then her value could definitely be on the higher side depending on what these buffs or debuffs honestly do. If she doesn't do that though, and is like our other destruction class characters, and you already picked up Argenti or Boot Hill, then honestly, you're more than likely just going to be fine to potentially focus on a different character instead to consider picking up. Firefly and Jade are coming in version 2.3, which in Firefly's case, a lot are missing a very strong fire DPS, especially if you don't have Topaz or Himiko on your account. And if you don't have them, then you definitely don't have too many powerful fire DPS options, so Firefly will definitely be able to fill in on that role on plenty of people's accounts, which can make her value pretty good. Jade being Quantum Erudition can also be an interesting pickup option, but I'll go over Jade and Firefly more in depth once we get the live stream later this week, so I can give you guys my pre-analysis on them and what I believe their potential will be. There's also to account for potential reruns, which we are running low on which characters could be getting a rerun that have come out before version 2.0, assuming they don't repeat characters before letting everyone rerun at least once. I can definitely see a Ruan Mei rerun happening in 2.3 or 2.4, and if that happens, if you guys haven't picked her up, Honestly, I would highly recommend having her on your priority list because of how universal her buffs can be to a bunch of teams in the game. Not to say that Yunli at a glance won't be worthwhile or you shouldn't consider her, but it's definitely a tough choice on picking the best option since we're going to have nice elemental coverage in 2.3, being Fire and Quantum, and depending on the reruns as well as who is in 2.4 alongside Yunli, for our 5 stars of that update, it will just come down to what your account is honestly missing the most when it comes to elemental coverage, what supports you have on your account as well to play alongside these DPS characters, and of course, whichever character design you like the most or, of course, are looking most forward to. I will say though, overall, we have definitely been getting a bunch of physical units lately since 2.2 had Robin and Boothill, and if Boothill's playstyle wasn't really something you were interested in, then Yunli might be able to provide a nice playstyle for those who are missing a good physical DPS. Those are just my thoughts though as of right now based on her reveal, and once we get to know more information about her, I'll definitely be able to go way more in depth about her potential and just overall value when it comes to someone's account. I would definitely say though to keep an eye on her though, especially since Don Hangyeol and Jing Liu are just complete powerhouses of the destruction path, and we haven't gotten a new 5-star destruction path character in quite a while, honestly. So as a result, Yunli might be able to shake things up with her damage potential for sure. And I'm just really excited to see what she'll be able to offer, bring to the table. And I do think it's really cool that we're seeing a character that honestly, I don't believe we ever seen her design before at all. So her design definitely surprised me, which I think is really cool. And I'd love to know, are you guys excited for her based on her element or design? Are you guys leaning more on potentially skipping her and maybe pulling for one of our version 2.3 characters instead? I'd love to know what you guys think, and if you guys did enjoy this quick video from me, do make sure to subscribe to see more content from me and also hit the like button to support the video. And I hope you all have a great one like always. Peace.